The CoinDesk Spotlight is brought to you by Nexo, the place to earn on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and more.
Crypto exchange CoinDCX is the first crypto firm in India to achieve unicorn status, according to Bloomberg. CoinDCX raising about $90 million from investors in a funding round that values the exchange above $1 billion. Joining us now to discuss is CoinDCX co-founder Neeraj Khandelwal. Welcome to the show, Neeraj. So congratulations. Are you surprised by your achievement in a country with a hot and cold history towards crypto, with the Reserve Bank of India implementing a banking ban on crypto trading, which was struck down by the Supreme Court, and the Modi government is still considering banning Bitcoin and other decentralized cryptocurrencies?
Hi, thank you for having me here again. No, not really. We are not surprised by this. Actually, in fact, we were. So valuation does not matter much. What we have been working since last 3 years is how to develop the industry in India, how to advance the education narrative, where we want to educate Indians, people, as well as the regulators on the crypto and Bitcoin, right? So we have been working for increasing the size of the industry since past 3 years, and this funding is, I think, is just one of the steps in that direction. So no, it does not come as a surprise, but in fact, it gives a lot of motivation for us that there's a lot of vote of confidence that we have got from different players in the industry, and it lets us work towards our objective.
So Neeraj, with this kind of new prominence, if you will, because of this high valuation, given that also your unicorn status in India, has it given you access at all to any members of any legislators or people in the government to inform them, as you were saying before, as you were doing with regulators, about what exactly crypto does in the market and for the people of India and for trading in India and its importance? Has it given you a chance to explain it in more detail to legislators, for instance, or administrators who otherwise would not know?
We have been talking to legislators, via the relevant bodies in the between, like IAMAI, Internet and Mobile Association of India, as well as India Tech. So those are the channels we have already been, talking to various legislators of the parliament, and that has been going on since quite a few months. Of course, the effects of us being a unicorn or being in the news lately, the effects of that have we'll see that in a few weeks. It's quite too soon, but there have been a couple of other very good impact, good serious effects of this. Mainly, it's getting easier for us to attract talent, right, from India, hire best of the talent, and also it's helping us in building up the partnerships with other key industry players, for example, stockbrokers and other financial platforms. So it's getting easy for us to do that, and a couple of other things. So all not just the legislators, but across the industry, it's benefiting us from all around. And we intend to go deeper into the conversations with legislators also in the upcoming weeks, right? It's too soon to say that. But having said that, we have been in touch with the legislators since quite a few months via the industry bodies.
So you have a real inside view, obviously, into the Indian crypto market, which can be very opaque to people outside of India. Are there any interesting things that are happening in the Indian market that are different from the global market? Like, for example, are there specific coins that are more popular in India, or specific trading patterns or use cases? Just anything that, like, the rest of the world might not be aware of?
Yeah, I mean, in India, of course, couple of things I can highlight is there are a lot of investors, right? In terms of number, we have more than 10 million investors, roughly between 10 and 15 million investors who are actively invested in the asset class. So we have India has a lot of small investors invested with, say, $5, $10, $20. That is why low cost tokens like for example Matic, Tron. Matic being one of the Indian projects is also pretty famous in India, and public is very much into it. But typically low cost tokens, are much more favored in India because of the fact that we have a lot of investors who are small time investors, a lot in number. So that is one outstanding fact that I would like to say. But apart from that, Indians. So one thing is very like we don't realize it, but Indians are heavy traders on Binance as well as other major crypto to crypto exchanges, global exchanges, and Indians produce like quite a huge volume. The numbers are not out in the public, but given the prominence of Indian stock market, especially derivatives, we have huge user base, which is using Binance and other global platforms and doing a lot of volumes. So I think Indians contribute a lot to the global volume. It's just not visible publicly, geographically, but by some numbers, I think 15% of the Binance volumes come from Indian investors and traders.
So Neeraj, would you say that the Modi government is warming up to crypto? Because the latest we've heard is that they are actually still considering banning private cryptocurrencies in favor of a national digital currency, a digital rupee, if you will.
National digital currency, yes, CBDCs. Recently, Reserve Bank of India stated very clearly that they are going to go deeper into the launch of a CBDC, and they're actively building a plan to launch CBDC, and they want to come out with that plan by December this year, which is really a welcome step by the government, and it just shows that the importance the government is giving to the crypto technology.
But do you think as they try to develop one, that they will try to limit or curtail the use of private cryptocurrencies?
Yes and no. So let me explain that. When the government was trying to ban, was trying to bring a bill in the parliament, that was around 7 to 8 months ago, and that was more the budget session of the parliament. And post that, the monsoon session of parliament came and went by, and the bill has not been tabled in both these sessions. Even though the government showed the intent. And recently we got to know that there has been a new committee which has been formed by the government to discuss more on the aspects of the bill, right? And from what we understand, the government is actually the bill in its original form has already been removed from the table, and the government is working on a new refined bill which is going to allow some of the top crypto assets like Bitcoin. Of course, the government will not allow hundreds and 200s of altcoins and small cap tokens. That becomes very risky. But a few top assets would be allowed, and that is what we are hearing and listening.